Hi everyone and welcome to an episode of Jab in the Hut. Yes, it's me. I'm back. I'm sorry. I've not been on for some time. I have been busy and stuff like that. Basically what's happening in this hut is I'm gonna rip it all down, right? The roof. I'm gonna put boards there it. So I'm gonna like redo the roof. And I'm gonna extend the hut a little bit bigger. Not too big, you know what I mean, because I'm a little person. I'm a hobbit at heart, so at the end of the day, that's what I want to be, and that's what I shall be. So yeah, it's going to be extended. So I'm going to do something. I might put videos up to kind of show like what I'm doing and stuff like that. But at the end of the day, that's what I'm going to be doing because my mind is very active. I need to keep it going. If I don't, it just withers away and dies, and then it becomes a little tiny raisin. Just a little bit smaller than what it is right now. So that's what it will basically become because I need to be active. That's what I need to do. Because obviously, like I always preach and what I always say, doing something means absolutely everything. Is that a hair on me? I think it is. It's one of her hairs. Anyway, so here we go. I didn't come on after the Stuttgart game because obviously I was a little bit kind of annoyed. But I wasn't too. I hate to say this, but I wasn't too annoyed about the result. What I was really, really annoyed about was the state of the fans' reaction and how they booed certain players. Like obviously your Kasper Schmeichel in the team. I know he had a bad game. I get it. He's 39-year-old, nearly turning 40. He's going to try and keep going as much as he can because he wants to obviously emulate his career. He wants it to be massive. He wants it to be brilliant. But there is a time and a place to kind of say to yourself, maybe I should just sit back and kind of help in the coaching aspects of things, like maybe try to create the new Kasper Schmeichel, maybe something like that. But anyway, yeah, I was a little bit annoyed about the game, so that's why I never really came on. And I've obviously went away. I've heard some of the fan forums. I've listened to Axum. I've listened to Ryan 118. You know, like always kind of find these guys really inspirational and really really good and kind of calming the factors down. But I'm hearing a lot of things now these days talking about support and fans. Now, I basically started liking football when I was 12, 13. As soon as I went to high school, that's when I started liking football. I know, it's a funny age. Some parents do it when they're really young. Other parents kind of just let their own sons choose their choice, or their own children choose their choice. I chose my own choice. I chose to support Celtic because I had friends that supported Celtic, and that kind of made me support Celtic as well. So when we talk about the supporting and fans kind of case, like generally I think everybody supports Celtic. Everybody should be supporting Celtic. But what I think is the bad thing about that is you're changing the narrative. You're changing everybody's opinion of who and what they are. And that's a scary, scary subject because to me, I think that being a supporter, you're going through the hard times. You're going through, like, you know, the times when Celtic were striving in debt and needed a saviour and Fergus McCann. You're going through the days, and that's very, very well and true. But you could probably live about fucking 50 years and you could be having the same conversation with like your past grandpas and stuff like that. You know, so I think obviously there is a difference between supporting and being a fan, right? But they're two similar things. And this is the really, really scary thing. It's wordage, and it's I know I just made up a word there, right? But the wording for that, we kind of need to watch what we're saying here because I understand that tempers are frail because the result wasn't that good against Stuttgart and certain players went good against Stuttgart, but you can't just focus your attention on one individual player just because he's made a couple of mistakes. You need to remember, everybody, goalkeepers aren't technically amazing with their feet. They're no. They should just have the ability to get down and save balls, that's it, that are coming into them, especially if they're straight at them. So I totally agree with that. But I think when you're taking this fan and supporting kind of thing, it's very, very different. It's a different thing. And it's kind of really annoyed me a little bit because sometimes you just kind of want things to just sail normal. But now we're starting to fight with each other and you're starting to call each other supporters and fans just because of the fact that you booed a certain kind of player. If people aren't satisfied, they boo, right? I understand that Kasper Schmeichel's a human being. I get it. He's there to do one job and one job only, and that's save balls. But you can't do it all the time. Like, you know what I mean? And I'm not saying in any form of mind that I'm sticking up for the guy. I mean, I think, to be honest, I think he should maybe take a step back and let the new goalkeepers come in and kind of have a point to prove. But to me, generally, I don't think it's right to be booing him after 15 minutes in a game. I think it's a bit tasteless. I do. Because every time he gets a touch, you boo him. And I heard it myself and I was like, who the fuck are they booing? And it was Kasper Schmeichel, surprisingly enough. So, yeah. To me, when I was growing up, I could be labelled a fan. You know? Because at that time I didn't really know the history, know the foundations of Celtic. Now I do, because I'm older and I've took an interest. So it's one of these things where, am I a supporter now? Or am I just a fan because I booed a certain player? This is what I'm talking about. It's a differentiation of genre. And I don't think it's right. I don't think we should be saying it with our own fans, because what we're doing is we're fighting. Now, we're arguing with each other. Because now we've got that difference with, well, are you a fan or are you a supporter? Now, I can't go to games. I can't afford it, right? So I watch them on the TV, right? I'm like every other individual out there. I don't save up my money every year and go out there and spend about 700 quid on a season ticket, right? I can't do that. I can't do it. It's not financially good. I mean, the way I'm doing this hut right now is basically me trying to get wood for free to try and extend it a little bit, to make it something that I really, really like, because I can't afford to go to a pub every fucking weekend. You know what I mean? It's just a normality thing. So again, it makes me think to myself, well, am I a supporter or am I a fan? Do you know what I'm just going to say? I'm just going to follow my club. That's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to follow my club. I'm going to watch them on the TV. If they lose, I'm going to be upset. If they win, I'm going to be ecstatic. If we get a new signing in and he does fantastic and he starts scoring goals right off the fucking cuff, absolutely amazing. See if they don't, I'm going to fucking criticise. This is what I'm talking about. We're starting to fight with each other. We're starting to lose that ability to kind of agree with each other on things, because our main focus should still be the board and should still be to try and get a few individuals out of that board to make them kind of join together and make them realise that, yeah, we do need to take a different step, because we could end up like Ajax. You know, we could. Everybody keeps, I mean, I know I've said, like, you know, like, we could be like the Bodo Glints, we can be like the Club Brugges, but we need to understand something. They've done that themselves. They've built a foundation, and they've done that themselves, and they've made the league a respectable kind of league. The Belgian league, the Norwegian league. It's just one of these things. The Norwegian league is a hard league to get into, and the Belgian league is a very, very hard league to win as well. So, is this what we're doing? Is this what Scottish football's doing? That's another subject. Anyway, I'm straying from it. I just don't think we should have been booing Kasper Schmeichel. I think we should have been a bit more cautious about the guy that he is, about the legend that he is. I mean, he is a good keeper. Do not get me wrong. I just think he's a bit past it. I do. And I'll say that right now. When the first season he came in, I thought this is going to be fucking brilliant, because I have signed Kasper Schmeichel in many FIFA games and he's been fantastic for me. No, okay, this isn't FIFA, this is reality. So you have to kind of think to yourself, like, you know, at first it was brilliant, but now he's just a wee bit lazy. You know, so that's basically it, right? We shouldn't boo the guy within 15 minutes because we should be booing the opposition. And this is the other thing as well. Fans in the stadium, where the fuck were yous? Now, I know, I wasn't there. I get it. Again, though, can't afford it, so I can't go. But where the fuck were yous? I remember back in the days when we had Champions League, it was the first time we'd been in it, and it was such a great occasion. We were beating Juventus, and I know I'm going to repeat what Martin O'Neill said the last couple of days there, but we were beating Juventus, we were beating Barcelona. Is it just when it comes up to like a really, really big team, that's when the stadium becomes a light? I don't get it. I mean, I've been to some Celtic games. I remember there was one Celtic game, it was Kilmarnock, and I was sitting next to an old guy with his son, right? Now, his son was autistic, so his son was kind of just like, oh, in and out, like, you know what I mean? And I know that because my son's autistic, right? So my son is very much like that. He's very much in and out, right? So it's one of the things where we were just sitting talking, we were talking about like the players of old, we were talking about Tierney, the fact that this was a point where there was chat about Tierney coming in, obviously at the end of the season, and I was dead excited. I says I can see Tierney as like the next Celtic captain because it's a generational thing. You know what I mean? Like, you can't just give it to any Tom, Dick and Harry that comes in. No. You need to give it to the person that knows Celtic, know what it's all about, and be able to tell people that come into the club what Celtic is all about. So that was it, and we were sitting there, and it was dead. And we were sitting next to the Green Brigade, and the Green Brigade were shouting, they were yelling, they were singing, they were banging their drums. It was brilliant. It was brilliant in their end, right? It was absolutely brilliant. A few sore throats obviously after it, but it was brilliant, and it was great sitting next to them. But then I had a look around, and I says to myself, I went, why are we no singing? Why is nobody else singing? Instead of, I could generally see people just looking at the Green Brigade and just going, aye, that's nice. Like, you know what I mean? This is what I'm talking about. Celtic wasn't like that about, say, eight years ago. Celtic was a place that you could come to and get shouted off. Now, I don't know if it's just this board that have took the fucking delight out of the Celtic fans or support. I don't know if it's just the board that have done this to us by them signing absolute mediocre shite, right? But I can't say anything. I just wonder where that spark is in the crowd anymore. I mean, see that crowd that went to Kilmarnock? Top class, absolute top class. Second half, they were shouting, they were screaming, they were singing their songs. As soon as Tinecti got that goal in, we knew we were in for a fucking fight. And I went like that and I says, we're in for a fight here and we need their fans to fucking support. And they did. See their fans? Scatter them around the fucking stadium. Scatter them round. But, you know, they'll probably make too much ruckus and the fucking board will end up fucking banning them as well. This is a state of fuckery. It is. And it's made us all argue and fight and have our own opinions when we should be supporting these players that are on that fucking pitch. Alright, Stuttgart, let's be honest, were we really going to fucking make the dream come true again for Martin O'Neill? I don't think so, right? But we're out, and I think we're out. I do. I think we're out. See when the next leg comes, we're out. We need to look towards Hibernian. We need to get our fucking spirits high again. We need to win against Hibernian. So that's what I think we're going to do. So I just thought I would come on and have a small opinion of what I think is happening right now. I think we need the fans. It's not the board that need unity. It's the fans that need unity. It's the fans that need unity. We still have one purpose, right? And no matter what you are, if you're a fan, a supporter, it doesn't fucking matter, alright? If you pay your money to go to the games, you enjoy it. You absolutely enjoy it, right? But get your fucking spirits up. Come on. We need to support this team. They might not be the best team that we've had in years, right? But at least they're out there kicking a ball for us. At least they're out there trying to score goals, or at least, you know, don't just put it on towards one European night. And I'm sorry, but see that display of, what'd you call it, protest, flinging Bozo at the fucking start of the game. What the fuck does that do to anybody? Who's thinking this behind the sidelines? Who the hell is making up these things to do? Tennis balls? What does it mean? Can somebody tell me what fucking tennis balls mean? That's what I'm saying. I don't know if it's just getting stupid or if it's supposed to make sense down the line. But this ain't a fucking Marvel movie, alright? We're football supporters, we just want to see our team win. And when you do that, you take the concentration off the game and put it onto our problems. That team just wanted to go out there and win on Thursday. But that brung us down, and the other team just went, we're just going to fucking roll out them. And they did. It was nearly fucking 5-1. So we need to think, guys. You need to think better. We need to be having conversations. We need to stop calling ourselves supporters and fans. If you follow your club, you follow your club. That's basically it, right? We shouldn't be differentiating anything to do with supporters and fans because it makes us fight. I don't even know who fucking started this, but it's starting. This is what's happening with the fans. So the fans are now fighting with each other. Well done, the board. Well done. Get it to fuck. Come on. Right, anyway, Hibernian next. We need to win against these guys. We need to get our spirits high. We need to get them going again, okay? Because we have got this fucking league to win. If we're not going to win in Stuttgart, the next leg, fuck it. Who cares, right? We're done. It's all right. Martin O'Neill's still back, and he's still doing the job, right? Come on, let's do this, okay? Predictions. Who's going to start? I think you've got to start Sinisalo. I think after that performance, I think you have to. You've got Trusty, you've got Scales, you've got Tierney, you've also got Arajo. I'd maybe start McCowan in midfield, McGregor, and Negrin, obviously, who scores a goal and then fucking disappears off the park. But at least hopefully that goal can win us the game. So that's it. And then obviously you've got your Sharaswar, can't say his name still. You've got Maeda, and then you've got I would probably start Forrest. I would definitely say start Forrest. I don't think Tenecti's a starter. I think Tenecti can come off the bench and maybe do something like he done against Kilmarnock, but he's not a starter for me after seeing him against Stuttgart. They just couldn't do anything. He just absolutely just looked like a player that just didn't have a clue what to do whenever. Sorry, this video's went on a wee bit, obviously, again, because I like talking to myself. So yeah, and I'll say a 1-0 victory Celtic. We need to get back into winning games, all right, and that's what I'll say. 1-0 to Celtic. It'll be a hard game because Hibs are Hibs. You know what I mean? And that's it. Anyway, guys, remember, doing something means everything. I hope you're having a nice night, whenever the game starts, obviously, and hope you have a few pints. Remember, it doesn't matter if you're a supporter or a fan, just be a follower. That's it. Just follow your team. Just follow Celtic. Don't start fighting with anybody that starts this shit. Because I'll be honest, it's ludicrous. It's to me, I don't think we should be classing ourselves as different in any case. You know what I mean? Because now them are just fighting with ourselves. Just stay calm, support the team, follow the team, be a fan of the team, do whatever you fucking want, okay? Just no booing players after 15 minutes, come on. It's just, it's not right. It isn't, and you know it's no, alright? Even if you fucking boo once or twice and then go, oh, I shouldn't have done that. That's fine, that's alright, at least you've got a conscience, alright? Anyway, love yous, doing something means everything. I'll catch yous later. Ha ha!